Right now, an update on a state senator who's hospitalized with COVID pneumonia.
And we continue to track showers and thunderstorms across the upper Midwest. We are breaking down more of our active pattern just moments away.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. We have more active weather in the forecast. Chris Reese is tracking our chances of thunderstorms in your certified most accurate forecast in Madison. Hey, Chris.
Hey, good morning. We are still dry out there today, and the expectation is that for today, we will stay dry, but we still even have to keep a slight chance of rain in the forecast given the overall nature of the atmosphere that we have in place. This is Doppler track. We're quiet across Wisconsin. I want to jump to southern Iowa, though. This is where we've seen a lot of the shower and thunderstorm activity just this morning. And since we have been on air at 4:30, we have continued to track these showers and thunderstorms really over the same area over the past hour and a half. So we're going to watch these as they slowly start to work their way eastward. That could mess with the atmosphere just enough that a stray shower or storm tries to pop up here in southern Wisconsin as we move throughout the day. But even still, I suspect that we are going to be staying fairly dry. Temperatures warm up into the upper 80s, though. Some spots are going to make it into the low 90s this afternoon. It's still going to be quite humid. So with the two of those combined, I'm still saying the atmosphere will be unstable, folks. I have to keep at least a slight chance for shower and thunderstorm into the forecast. But I'll tell you what, the better chances for showers and storms likely arrive as we move into tomorrow afternoon and evening and into your Friday. So here we are, future track again. This is by Thursday afternoon at 3:30, you see not one, but two, potentially even three rounds of showers and thunderstorms that move into the picture as we move into the latter half of your Thursday and into Friday. So there's no shortage of rain chances, but the reality is we're in a pattern where whatever happens with one rain chance is truly going to control what happens with the next rain chance. That being said, here's what I want to show you. Once again, the SPC and I are in disagreement on how things are going to play out, but this is the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for today. You see a marginal risk over southern Wisconsin. I have us at mainly dry. I really do expect us to stay dry throughout today. Tomorrow, we'll see general garden variety thunderstorms, but I think a stray severe storm or two is also going to be possible. We can say the same thing into parts of the state on Friday. But if you are someone who likes to look at the Storm Prediction Center outlooks and really kind of determine what to do, maybe you're a storm chaser or something like that, do not get married to these outlooks. They're going to change around. We're going to see multiple updates to them as we go throughout the day, just like what we saw out there yesterday. It's truly hard to fine-tune that pattern. But here's a live look outside right now. We're at 69 degrees. Winds out of the west at south at 7 miles per hour. 70 for Janesville right now. 64 at Mineral Point. 67 to Juneau. Wautoma coming in at 65. And yes, folks, it is humid. As you step outside, dew points are at a level that your clothes start to stick to you. You're going to start peeling yourself as we go throughout the day. But even still, I say take a splash. I keep the lightning and thunder icon on there simply to say that you do have to be on guard for any stray shower or storm that pops up. But even beyond that, I expect today to stay dry. We'll warm up into the upper 80s. More upper 80s as we move into the weekend, but tomorrow will be just a little bit cooler. 81, 86 on Friday. Lower humidity and more sun as we start off next week. But there's another thing I'm watching next week, and that is the tropics. Models are trying to show a tropical system perhaps making landfall somewhere along the Texas-Louisiana coastline. If that happens, we have to make some major changes to our own forecast because that's really going to bully the atmospheric pattern across the lower 48, including right here in the upper Midwest. Lots to track.
There is, and we know you're on top of it. Thank you, Chris. Well, those storms hit southern Wisconsin pretty hard yesterday.
Yeah, check out this viewer video from Cuba City. You can hardly see through the streets of downtown. Tim Richards sent in this video. This is the aftermath. This is the aftermath of those storms. Just some amazing skies heading into nighttime. Just a gorgeous sunset. Yeah. Now, if any watches or warnings come about today, we are, of course, going to push them out through our weather app. You can download it today for free in your app store. Just search Channel 3000 Weather.
In COVID headlines this morning, the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel reporting that State Senator Andre Jacques remains hospitalized and is breathing with a ventilator. The senator was intubated on Monday. The De Pere Republican hospitalized last week with COVID-induced pneumonia. Senator Jacques has been one of the most outspoken lawmakers against COVID-19 vaccines and mask mandates. Recovering from COVID-19 can be just the start of the battle for many. It appears as many as 40% of people who had COVID-19 may end up with long-haul symptoms. That's according to UW Health's Dr. Nasi Safdar, who says that there's a large range of possible ongoing issues, including memory problems, fatigue, and trouble breathing. And there's still a long list of unknowns, including how breakthrough cases and the Delta variant play into long COVID.
With COVID, though, with natural disease, there's a big spectrum of symptoms. And we're still discovering new things that we didn't know before about the disease. So there's likely to be more things that we'll find out about long COVID.
Dr. Safdar recommends those who have long COVID symptoms keep track of them and seek care. There are some early indications that vaccines may help with long-haul symptoms. That's something that Safdar says will be studied further.
Looking ahead this morning, a proposal in Dane County could change homelessness in the area. According to the State Journal, the $7 million proposal would allow the county to buy a hotel for housing the homeless, as well as building another tiny home village. The county would fund the proposal through the federal COVID relief fund that's meant for helping with housing. The Park Commission is scheduled to take that proposal up tonight.
6:05 now. Attorneys for a West Salem man convicted of killing his wife say an expert can prove the man's alibi. In 2017, a jury convicted Todd Kendhammer of killing his wife Barbara and trying to cover it up by saying Barb died when a pipe fell off a passing truck and crashed through their windshield. Kendhammer's new attorneys are back in court this week to present evidence they say should grant their client a new trial. A forensic pathologist hired by the defense told the judge that a falling pipe could have caused Barb's fatal injuries. Kendhammer's attorneys have also argued that they did not get a fair trial because of pretrial media publicity. Testimony is expected to wrap up today.
A first warned traffic note to pass along this morning. The westbound lanes of the Beltline from the interstate to the Stoughton Road exit will be closing tonight. Crews are working on the Flex Lane project there from 6:30 p.m. to 6 a.m. tomorrow. The DOT is asking drivers to follow the posted detour signs or find another way around. 6:06 now. As kids head back to school this fall, you might be wondering if they're going to be able to take part in those field trips.
Yeah, popular field trip spots are now working to adapt to fit the needs of smaller classrooms. And our Taylor Lazenby is live outside of the Madison Children's Museum this morning with some changes that your child may see this year.
Hi guys, good morning. That's right. We are going to talk about the Madison Children's Museum, but first we're going to talk about the Henry Vilas Zoo, which is changing the way that you can do field trips with your school or with your kids this year. Now, right now, when kids go to the zoo, it's a chance for them to see animals from all across the world. But due to COVID, there has been some changes and policies that are now in place. But the luxury is the zoo is mainly outdoors, so a lot of that mask wearing will not be required except for indoor use. Now, exhibits will only use, again, those masks for their indoor use. For classrooms that are uneasy about just being at the zoo with so many people around, the zoo has things in place to keep everybody comfortable. Now they are doing virtual classes and have online courses there so teachers can use that experience in the classroom, which serves as a way to see the zoo virtually. But officials with the zoo say in-person experiences can never be replaced.
You never know, you may be able to make eye contact with a polar bear or a tiger, and that's just an experience that's unforgettable.
Well, as of right now, the zoo has canceled their sleepover overnights at the zoo due to COVID, but plan to release a new line of programs this fall for kids, adults, and for families. And guys, coming up in the next half hour, we're going to talk about the Madison Children's Museum and what they are doing to make field trips more comfortable and safe for all.
All right, sounds like a plan. Thanks, Taylor. 6:08 coming up. The Brewers, something special this year, and their new owner thinks so too. Coming up, a look at last night's wild finish.
And where you can experience the cranes of the world right here in the 608 when we come back. Stick around.
How about those late fall landscaping projects? From start to finish, Barnes will take note of your ideas to come up with the perfect plan. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Barnes since 1981. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Want to know how we make your glasses so fast? It's all done right here. With a lab in every store, our skilled techs handle your glasses from start to finish. You get them in as little as 30 minutes. No cut corners, just quality, affordable glasses. Only at iMart Express.
One of our biggest furniture events of the year, the Labor Day sale at Slumberland. Take an additional 25% off our already low prices. We have an incredible assortment of everything for your home, from sleep to sectionals to decor.
This is totally you.
Oh. Yeah, this is the winner.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Labor Day sale at Slumberland.
Shop the big sale at Grand Appliance for exclusive savings of up to $1,000 on qualifying appliance packages from these top brands. Save on top of great sale offers like this Samsung front-load washer for just $728, or this LG 25 cubic foot French door refrigerator for just $14.98. Shop GrandAppliance.com or your local Grand showroom to save today. Grand Appliance. You make it home, we make it grand.
Wow. No braces, everything's hands-free. I wasn't so lucky.
Invis is not your parents' braces. Invis is faster than braces and the clear aligner brand most trusted by doctors, Invisalign.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seat or sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
How about those late fall landscaping projects? From start to finish, Barnes will take note of your ideas to come up with the perfect plan. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Barnes since 1981. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Welcome back. There's a brand new exhibit right here in the 608 where you can experience the cranes of the world.
And we are getting a first look at it. Josh Breider is live at the International Crane Foundation in Baraboo this morning. This place looks beautiful, Josh.
Oh, you guys, it is fantastic. It is peaceful, it is quaint, it is beautiful. Take a look at our new friends that we've made behind us here within the last few minutes. These are the black-necked crane. These are some of the cranes that you can see here at the Cranes of the World experience in Baraboo. You can see all 15 species of the cranes right here in the 608. Pretty cool thing we've got here. Kim Smith is with us, the Chief Operating Officer of the International Crane Foundation, and you guys spent the last couple of years renovating this space, and it is really something special now.
Thank you. It is beautiful, and we're really excited about it. And when people come, they're just coming and telling us how they appreciate coming to such a gorgeous landscape. They come in and watch the cranes and spend time just sitting here and watching them for hours. And we also have the beautiful prairies that you can hike on. And it's just a great space to come and just get away from it all right now.
I was going to say, you know, we've been here a couple of hours, and you can't help but feel that sense of peace and love just being in this space and checking out the fact that you guys have all 15 species of birds, the only place in the entire world that you can see them all in one place, right?
Yes, that's true. This is the only place you can see all 15 species of cranes. And every single bird, we have a connection to conservation work in the wild. So we do work across the world in over 50 countries, and we are connected to every single species in those countries.
So as the International Crane Foundation, you guys are a nonprofit working to save the cranes. And how do you even focus on something like that?
You know, it's easy because the birds make it easy. These are animals that are really important for the ecosystems that they live in, important for the communities that live around them. And so we work across the world to make sure these birds are preserved for future generations and make sure that they have a place to live in the future and they have healthy wetlands.
And what's really unique is the fact that people actually can come here and check them out all for themselves, right?
They can, and see and look at the exhibits they live in and the murals on the walls that show where they live in the wild. This mural here is really beautiful. It shows a mountain scene where these birds, the black-necked cranes, migrate over the Himalayan mountains. A lot of people don't know that. And they winter in places like Bhutan, which is a really beautiful place. So everything about our exhibit spaces tell a story about the birds.
And it's just such a fantastic space in the fact that, I mean, all of them are within here, every single one of these species, which is very unique too.
Yes, and you can come and walk around the whole area and see all of them within just a couple of hours. It's not a very long visit, but it's a beautiful exhibit, and you can spend as long as you want here.
And you can hear some of the crane calls in the background this morning. Look at that. Tim Smith, thank you so much, guys. They're giving us a little TV shout-out, I think, this morning, Chris and Leah. It doesn't get any better than this live in Baraboo this morning.
It's like the bird knew they were on TV, and like it was their time.
Little show-off. Did you see him throw his head back?
At first, I thought it was your interpretation of the crane call, but
I'm not trying. I am not trying. For the second time in a row, I'm going to decline. That was really neat.
Yeah, so some majestic creatures.
I thought about doing it there for a second. So tempting.
Josh Ryder, thank you so much.
Okay, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured. 6:15 now. More companies have started requiring employees to get vaccinated against COVID-19, and the new rule is even showing up in job postings. Job finding website Indeed.com says postings requiring vaccination are up 90% this month compared to July. The mandates are mostly being found in fields like software development, marketing, education, and sales. With the full approval of the Pfizer vaccines by the FDA, Indeed expects more jobs will add the requirement.
Employers may feel a lot more comfortable requiring vaccination. Having everybody be vaccinated certainly alleviates, that question of, is this the right job for me?
Some employers are offering incentives to get the COVID-19 shot. Intel offering workers $250 for theirs. Vanguard Group is going to pay $1,000.
Wow, $1,000. It's a big incentive. 6:16 as we check in with Chris Reese and Madison's certified most accurate forecast. Out the door, what do we need?
Yeah, make sure you grab the sunglasses. I do expect sunshine today. Take the umbrella too. I don't truly expect rain today, but we're going to keep that slight chance for a shower or storm in the forecast. And, well, I don't want you caught off guard. I'd rather you have the umbrella than not have it. So take it with you. But here's a live look outside. Right now, we're looking towards the west. The sun coming up on the horizon. We're at 69 degrees with sunshine here in Madison. Winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour for us. 68 in Monroe this morning. Lone Rock coming in at 67, 64. Mineral Point, Watertown, and Juneau are both at 67 as well. Here's Doppler track. It is quiet, but I'll tell you, we're tracking the showers of thunderstorms just to our south and west. So you start to work your way along and south of I-80. This is where we've seen the shower thunderstorm activity this morning, starting to approach the Quad Cities, but not approaching us. Yesterday, a lot of that model data, even last night, had those storms over us this morning. And so far, that has not been the case. So look for a dry day. We'll warm up into the upper 80s. Tomorrow, though, that's when the showers and thunderstorms begin to work their way into the picture. And we're talking perhaps multiple rounds of some showers and thunderstorms getting into the mix. So, of course, we want to watch everything as we move through the next couple of days. Speaking of everything and watching, we are watching traffic, too. So far, we are not seeing any issues on the area roadways. So if you are headed in from Stoughton or Mount Horror, Black Earth, so far, don't expect any issues, or even Evansville, Highway 14, it's all smooth. Janesville and Portage, I-3990 does not have any issues. Lake Mills, I-94 has no issues there either. So we're doing good this morning.
Sounds good. Looks good. Thanks, Chris. Hey, how about those Brewers with the new part-time owner? Giannis Antetokounmpo in attendance last night. The Brewers found themselves down 3 runs late. But check this out. Giannis getting hyped. We do have the video, and there he is. So, yeah, they were down late. And then the Brewers came back. They scored 7 runs unanswered against the Reds. With the Reds in second place, this helps separate the Brewers just a little bit more from the rest of the division. They play again tonight, first pitch at 7:10. Football legend Herschel Walker making a run for U.S. Senate in Georgia. Running as a Republican, Walker filed paperwork with the Federal Election Commission yesterday. A few months ago, former President Trump publicly supported the idea. However, some Republicans are worried about the one-time University of Georgia star's chances of winning, including his ex-wife's accounts of violent and threatening incidents with Walker. Walker has also previously admitted to being diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder.
Hey, folks. Kanye West is taking his crazy listening parties back home to Chicago. There we go. The pop culture icon is rebuilding his childhood home inside of Soldier Field in Chicago. He's getting ready for a third listening party for his upcoming album Donda after his late mother. The first two listening parties were in Atlanta, where Kanye lived in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium while recording the album. His Chicago show is set to take place tomorrow night.
That's interesting. They're building a house right in the middle of Soldier Field. That's wild. Well, Tuesday is National Park Service Founders Day, Leah, and it marks the 105th anniversary of the creation of the National Park Service. President Woodrow Wilson authorized the service on August 25th, 1916. To mark the anniversary, all national parks are free. The day honors the National Park System's preservation and conservation efforts. The service, which is part of the Interior Department, started with 35 parks and monuments. The service now oversees 400 sites across all 50 states, U.S. territories, and Washington, D.C. They add up to 84 million acres.
I have to give Susan Simon a shout out for my bridal shower. She got me a year-long National Parks National Parks Pass.
She knows you too well.
Isn't that incredible? Along with a book of all of the places where I should go. It's a dream of Zach and I's to try and hit all of them, which it might be a little aggressive.
Yeah.
But
84 million acres. That's a lot of acres for you to go explore.
I can make all that. And a couple in Alaska, you have to rent a private plane to get you to. Not sure that's going to be in our budget anytime soon, but you know I'm a national parks lover.
Absolutely.
Lover. So many neat places to check out.
What a great gift.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? Susan Simon.
She's the best.
Making my wedding right there.
All right, up next, a police officer in Alabama looks an awful lot like a very popular movie star.
You have to see it to believe it, folks. And then coming up in our next half hour, we're taking a look at how local schools are working to make sure kids who went virtual last year succeed in person this year. Stay with us.
With a nursing degree, helping others went from a job to a career.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Make your summer last during the Ford Labor Day sales event. Now is still a great time to buy a Ford. Choose from our F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 44 years. And from the freshest lineup of SUVs in America. It's the Ford Labor Day sales event. Drive one, buy one today. Right now, get a built Ford Tough F-150 XLT with 0% financing for 72 months. Hurry to see your local dealer during the Ford Labor Day sales event.
New jets, new yachts, new hobbies. The ultra-rich got ultra-richer during the pandemic because Republicans in Congress have been working for them, protecting loopholes for tax-dodging billionaires instead of helping working people who'd benefit from a fair share tax plan that Republicans are trying to block. And Ron Johnson's one of them. The rich don't need new jets, but Wisconsin does need a new senator. MoveOn.org. Political action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Culver's, we never tire of crafting fresh frozen custard right in our restaurants.
As soon as I'm like, who wants Culver's custard? The kids are already running out the door.
Hello, everybody. Here's your custard. Always rich and creamy, always sure to put a smile on your face.
It's more than just a special treat. It's creating memories with my children and family time.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
Family time is custard time. Welcome to Delicious.
Announcing another Best of Madison 2021 award. And the winner is Wollersheim Winery, Distillery, and Bistro. Best Winery, Best Distillery. For a list of all the 2021 Best of Madison winners, pick up the August issue of Madison Magazine.
Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seater sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
How about this photo from Lynn? Great picture. Loving it. Share your morning with us. We'd love to see it. Use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when posting it on our social media pages.
From one gorgeous sight to another, an Alabama officer is turning heads because he looks just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I mean, you got to see this. So this is Patrol Lieutenant Eric Fields there on the left. He's been an officer for 17 years. Authorities say that a lot of folks call up just because they want to meet the deputy that looks like The Rock. Some people made TikTok videos comparing pictures of Fields and The Rock, and the 37-year-old Fields says it's been a running joke for the past few years and adds that sometimes he even does an imitation.
Well, sad that Alabama's so far away. Leah has been,
I don't know, how would you say?
I would say eyeing the pants. I mean, look at that. We've decided these are not the standard issued police officer pants that gentlemen normally wear. These are some tight pants.
Maybe they're regular pants and he's just got really big legs.
That's probably it. Because his biceps are sure. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
Hey, change the subject. Chris Reach, we matched today. Look at that.
Hey, yeah, we did. Look at all that blue.
Did we plan that?
I don't know. Did we plan it, Leah?
Yeah.
I'm winking.
All right, so hit us with what's going on with the storms out there.
Yeah, so here's your bus stop forecast this morning. Some of us are headed back to school already. I expect things to stay dry. A lot of those storms have stayed to our south all morning long. So temperatures will be in the 70s as the bus comes to pick you up at the bus stop. Mid-70s by midday, and then we should warm up into the upper 80s by the time we get you towards the afternoon and evening headed home. It's going to be humid, though. Temperatures top out around 88.
All right, thank you, Chris. Stick around, folks. More News 3 Now this morning, right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's time for back to school, so get to Rogan's today for styles your kids will love. Plus, save the receipt and the next pair is half price. Family Savings gets an A+ at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Get ready to save. This weekend, the Ashley Home Store off the Beltline in Madison is hosting a massive warehouse liquidation sale. Save as much as 90% off store-wide. Shop clearance items, floor samples, special buys, and more. Friday through Monday only at Ashley Home Store.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than Perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Welcome to Toyota's National Sales Event.
Ooh, RAV4.
It's a great time to save on the 2021s while they last. Ooh, Venza. Toyota's got an exciting lineup to choose from.
Oh, Highlander. Could you?
Oh, sure. You have to understand, it's the National Sales Event.
Right now, during Toyota's National Sales Event, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Hey, that's my line.
Toyota, let's go places.
At US Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less.
Right now, get up to $1,200 off any 5G phone. The choice is yours.
Whether it's adapting the network for a strong signal where you work, or optimizing your coverage where you play, We're always hard at work to make sure our state-of-the-art 5G network works for you.
Up to $1,200 off any 5G phone with no trade-in or hidden fees.
U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
If laundry stinks, it could be bacteria. Untouchable stink protection. Detergent alone doesn't kill all odor-causing bacteria. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9%. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Friday through Monday, shop the massive warehouse liquidation sale at the Ashley Home Store off the Beltline. Save up to 90% off furniture, mattresses, and appliances while they last. Bring your truck and trailer because everything must go. Only at Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
I kept my receipt from the last time I was at Rogan's to save even more and back to school for my kids. The shoes I'm getting today are half price. I get the best savings for my family at Rogan's.
Selection, service, name brands, and the second pair is half price. Visit online at roganshoes.com.
Right now, the newest updates on arrivals at Fort McCoy.
And we continue to track more showers and storms across the upper Midwest, letting you know what to expect. Southern Wisconsin today.
Happy hump day, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide. Happening today, U.S. Senator Ron Johnson will headline a group of Republicans visiting Fort McCoy. 5 state legislators will join him there. Also on the visit will be retired U.S. Navy officer Derek Van Orden and retired U.S. Army Captain Jason Church. You might remember Van Orden ran against Ron Kind for U.S. Congress and narrowly lost.
Things at Fort McCoy are still fluid. Refugees began arriving Sunday, and more are expected. The base is working with the Department of Defense to provide temporary housing. Senator Tammy Baldwin told reporters that she is proud that Wisconsin is a key player in providing help for refugees.
Educators in Fort McCoy are also preparing to enroll arriving children in area schools.
We don't know any numbers or how many. We're in that communication phase, so we're staying in touch with one another on that. I've already had Wisconsin DPI reach out to us.
Educators don't believe refugee students will be in classrooms on the first day of school already, but they say they are anticipating them soon. Others in Toma are already working to provide more long-term housing for these families.
As the evacuation in Afghanistan continues, President Biden has asked the Pentagon and the State Department for contingency plans.
The completion by August 31st depends upon the Taliban continuing to cooperate and allow access to the airport for those who we're transporting out and no disruptions to our operation.
So far, 70,000 people have been evacuated since the 14th. There are still thousands hoping to get out. Lawmakers are asking for an extension of that August 31st deadline so that the evacuations can continue. And now the president fears that an Islamic State affiliate, ISIS-K, also threatens the airport. Coming up on CBS This Morning, U.S. military veterans are sharing how they're processing the Taliban takeover. 6:31 as we check in with Chris Reese now in Madison's certified most accurate forecast. Hey, Chris.
Good morning. We are tracking some showers and thunderstorms, mainly south and west of our area this morning. Now, I'll tell you what, if you stayed up last night, maybe you were watching Gary Canalte's forecast, a lot of the model data took this and put it over southern Wisconsin, but we've seen that the model data is wrong, and we're really in a pattern where it's hard to look at the model data. You just have to look at what's happening on radar when it comes to your daily forecast. But that being said, I expect us to mainly be dry today. We're going to keep a slight chance of rain in the forecast just because we're still going to be hot and humid. But even then, our rain chances are rather slim. 70 in Janesville right now, 67 for Juneau and Watertown. The Dells at 65, 65 for Viroqua. Platteville coming in at 68 in Madison. We're at 69. Our winds are out of the south at 7 miles per hour, but we are seeing some sunshine out there this morning, and I expect us to see sunshine as we go throughout the day, but it will be humid at times. 88 your forecast high as we start to move into the afternoon. And again, we're still dry, so look for our rain chances to truly stay slim. In fact, any best rain chances is going to be further towards the south and west. But we move towards the afternoon, and here's version 1 of Future Track. We'll warm up into the upper 80s, then we'll cool down into the mid-60s overnight tonight. But version 1 of Future Track brings in a couple rounds of showers and thunderstorms as we start to move into tomorrow. Here's version 2. It's going to tell a completely different story, but it keeps us dry today. That's why I'm confident in saying today I expect to stay mainly dry. They both agree on that, but when it comes to the rain chances tomorrow, they differ on timing, they differ on placement, and to be quite frank, this one really wants to hold off the rain chances until sometime during the day on Friday. So when they're not in agreement, just like they weren't yesterday, you again just have to look at what's happening on radar. But our better rain chances, folks, they will arrive tomorrow and into tomorrow night. That keeps us cooler too. And then we will see some rain chances around on Friday as well. A little quiet for Saturday, still hot. More storms on Sunday as a cold front comes to cool us down into early next week. Still going to keep an eye on the tropics though, as that could change up the pattern by the end of next week.
All right, Chris Reese there with the first warn. Thank you. Some somber news now regarding COVID-19 in Wisconsin. The State Department of Health Services says Monday was the deadliest day for COVID-19 in the state in more than half a year. DHS recording 21 deaths on Monday. The last time the number was that high was on February 23rd. Cases also rising. More than 2,100 added in one day, and that is the highest since mid-January.
Madison School Board is considering a vaccine mandate for its employees. The board is set to meet Monday to talk about it, and at least one board member wants to make a decision that day. She says now that Pfizer has full FDA approval, acting quickly is appropriate.
Most are too little to be vaccinated, so we have to make sure the adults around them are vaccinated or at least show proof of a negative COVID test.
We're breaking down what that mandate would look like over on channel3000.com.
The Children's Museum, a popular destination for school field trips and after-school programs.
It closed down for more than a year during the pandemic, but it's making some major changes now so it can still serve students and make learning fun. Taylor Lazenby is live there with more. Hi, Taylor.
Hi guys, good morning. We're outside the Madison Children's Museum, and right now they are limiting their capacity on how many field trip groups can come. So in a group, you can have about 75 people, children and students and staff, but they can only come now on Thursdays and Fridays. Now, the museum says the health and safety protocols are also still in place here, like wearing a mask, and they're also doing timed entry in place for each field trip group. Now, groups have about 2 hours of a time frame to see everything there is inside the museum.
Having a mask on, you know, it's a minor inconvenience. You can still do all the things. You can go up in the climber, you can go down the slide. You can actually take your mask off when you're on the rooftop, which actually brings us to this thing here, the Wonderground that's being built right now.
Well, as Jonathan mentioned, the Wonderground is set to open on October 1st and the 2nd. Now, this new Wonderground space will be a place to serve as a new space for healthy, active, and hands-on learning experience. And guys, to get more information about all things field trip from the zoo to the Children's Museum, you can find all that information on our website. That's at channel3000.com.
All right, that looks like a cool space. Thanks a lot, Taylor. All right, as more and more schools head back, it also means more time for kids to carry backpacks.
But is the backpack for your child ill-fitting? Might not seem like a big deal, but it could cause problems for your kid as they grow. Chris Reese is diving a bit deeper into this issue in this week's Time for Kids. Hey, Chris.
Good morning. Have you ever noticed a child struggling with a heavy backpack? Yeah, odds are that backpack was too big, which could lead to pain, injuries, or even disruption to proper posture. If you're questioning, though, how to be sure that your child has the right type of backpack, SSM Health nurse practitioner Jim Pulaski offers up a general rule of thumb.
So recommendation would be that a backpack in general, the entire weight is less than 10% of the child's weight. So whether or not that is adjusting on what books or how much is going back and forth to school, the goal would be to maintain a weight less than 10%, to not put added stress on the back.
Now, to properly fit the backpack, Pulaski says to make sure that it's not wider than the child's chest. He also says that straps should be padded and tight enough that the backpack does not hang below the child's waist. Now, parents are also encouraged to not buy the biggest backpack you see. This just adds extra space, which leads kids to filling them with added unnecessary weight. Now, of course, our Time for Kids Recipe for Health team is always asking what you want to hear about. So let us know what health topics you're interested in, or share your family's health story with us online at ssmhealth.com/timeforkids.
So 10% of a kid's weight. I mean, like my little kids, you know, they weigh 35, 40 pounds. So we're not talking about a lot of weight in those backpacks.
Yeah, absolutely not. And the reality is I'm guilty of this. I remember being in high school and my teachers would point out, they were like, hey, you're leaning to the side with your backpack. And I was like, listen, the textbooks you give me are heavy.
They are. They're big textbooks.
yeah.
I remember that.
All right. Chris Reese, thanks a lot. Outside this morning here at 6:38. The sun is up, and it's going to be a hot and humid one. We're tracking the chance that we could see some thunderstorms later.
And how educators are preparing for kids that might have fallen behind during the pandemic. Stay with us.
We're in the 608 this morning with how you and the family can enjoy the Cranes of the World experience right here at home.
Get the best mattress deals early at Ashley Home Store's Labor Day sale. Skip the line to save up to 65% off mattress doorbusters like these. Plus, up to 6 years no-interest financing means you pay less than $20 a month on luxury mattresses like these. Going on now at Ashley Home Store.
If a nurse is what you want to be, let Herzing University make it possible in lots of different ways. Whether you're planning to become a nurse for the first time or take your nursing career to the next level, Herzing offers learning options and a choice of nursing pathways, all with personal care and support. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. Be exactly the nurse you want to be.
I'm possible at Herzing. I'm possible at Herzing.
I'm possible at Herzing.
I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Let's go!
Everybody
is a beach body.
Let's go, beach body.
Bring that heat.
Keep up with me.
I didn't say it would be easy. I said it would be worth it. It's not about a size. It's a feeling. Are you in?
Everybody is a beach body.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues.
Of course. Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Nariva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance, yes please. Nariva, think bigger.
Whoever made this weird nugget gave up hope. But whoever made Arby's new 100% chicken breast nuggets really cares. A lot. The most. 2 for $6. Arby's, we have the meat.
Ashley Home Store's Labor Day sale starts now. Save up to 60% off holiday doorbusters like these while they last. And 5 years no-interest financing with no minimum purchase. Pay less than $17 a month for a new room you'll love. Going on now at Ashley Home Store.
As students return to in-person learning, teachers are gearing up to play catch-up.
We are seeing kids that are behind.
How are they planning to close the gap? A back-to-school special report tonight on News 3 Now at 6. When the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County launched their back-to-school supplies drive, News 3 Now wanted to help and took action right away. And you responded. Thank you for your generosity. News 3 Now, taking action where our community needs it most.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm from Evansville. Hey, Chris, plan my day.
Well, good morning, Abby. We're looking at a beautiful day. It's still going to be pretty warm and pretty humid out there, but we are seeing sunshine, and we should be less stormy than the weather we saw out there yesterday. Temperatures top out into the upper 80s later on, and you factor in how humid it'll be, it'll likely feel like the 90s. But here's Evansville right now on Doppler track. Things are all clear for us throughout southern Wisconsin as a whole. Yesterday, we were tracking showers and storms into the picture. That's not the case out there right now. We're going to warm up towards 88 to 89 as we go throughout the afternoon. Further south you are, a little warmer things are going to be. More shower and thunderstorm chances, though, move into the picture as we start to move into tomorrow, and perhaps multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms could get into the mix. So that's going to be something to watch for us, Abby. But otherwise, folks, I'll be happy to plan your day for you. Send in a video, state your name, where you're from. Say, hey, Chris, plan my day.
Sounds good. Thanks, Chris.
642 now. There is a brand new exhibit right here in the 608 where you can experience the cranes of the world.
Josh Breider giving us an inside look at this morning. He's live at the International Crane Foundation in Baraboo. Josh, this place looks great.
Hey guys, yeah, it is so picturesque out here. Beautiful morning, beautiful sunrise, and just very, very peaceful. Check out the exhibit, what we're checking out right now. These are the black-crowned cranes here. As we've been talking about all morning, this exhibit here in Baraboo is the only place in the entire world where you can check out every single species of cranes. And this morning we're learning a little bit more about why this effort is so important. Kim Smith with us, the COO of the International Crane Foundation here. And, you know, first off, talk a little bit about the black-crowned cranes. These are really, really beautiful birds.
They are really beautiful birds. They come from parts of Africa like Chad, those kind of places. They're a warm weather birds. They like it hot, and they like more arid environments, and they've been really having a good time this morning dancing around and looking for food and foraging in their exhibit. But what's really cool about them is with the little hat on their head. The feathers on their head are like a crown, and it's like a gold crown on their head, so they're a very distinctive species.
It goes right along with their name. You know, you guys have a pretty unique focus of trying to save the cranes, and your nonprofit is a global effort here. And how are you focusing your efforts on that?
So we work across the world. We work in over 50 countries, and we have researchers all over the world working on these species, and they work within the communities that these species live. They do research, and we're working very hard to save these species across the world, and also within North America. We also have the Whooping Crane program where we do reintroduction work. We work in Texas. So we have a tremendous amount of reach across the world to make sure that these species are here for years to come.
So you guys spent the last couple of years renovating this space, and it is beautiful. Very, very nice job.
Thank you. Thank you. We have a lot of beautiful native prairie. We also have trails that you can hike on. So it's not just about coming and seeing the birds, but you can also spend a lot of time walking through our restored prairies and all the trails that we have throughout our site.
And as far as prices goes, very reasonable for families too.
It's very reasonable. It's $12.50 for an adult, $6 for a child, and you can buy a membership for $40 for a single person or $60 for a family and come as often as you want and support our global mission.
I mean, it's been amazing. We've only been out here a couple of hours, but just kind of that peacefulness that you can sense out here and just checking out the birds. I mean, they are just beautiful, beautiful animals.
They are, and you can just come out here and just sit and watch the birds for hours, and people do that. We have benches in front of all the exhibits. You can just sit and watch their antics. They all have lots of personality. There's always something going on.
There really is. Yeah, we were just watching them dance here a few minutes ago, and it's just very, very fun to see. Kim, thank you so much for having us up here this morning, guys. Of course, we'll get all of this up on channel3000.com as well if you want to check it out for yourself. I highly recommend it. This has been an incredible morning, guys. Definitely something for the whole family to enjoy.
I told you folks earlier, I really enjoyed cranes growing up because my uncle lived in Japan for a short time, and they have this tradition of making paper cranes, and I just think they're stunning. It's a really neat story today, Josh.
Yeah, we'll have to check it out. My kids would love this.
Yes,
the girls,
they would.
The girls would love those big birds, and especially if we get to hear those bird calls.
And they have crowns.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah, they've gotten quiet all of a sudden. They were loud all morning. They were dancing around here a couple of minutes ago. But yeah, definitely a lot of crane calls up here in Baraboo this morning.
All right, we'll have to check it out. Thanks, Josh.
Remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
All right, it is just after 6:45. Educators say as students return to in-person learning this fall, they'll have to work harder than ever to try to help kids who fell through the cracks during all that virtual learning.
Adam Duxter explains what that looks like at a private school in Madison and what you can do to make sure your child is prepared.
As staff at High Point Christian School prepare the finishing touches, the man in charge says he could see the gap in what students know even before the classes start.
COVID has been a challenge. Teachers have never worked harder in their lives.
Dr. Chuck Moore says, well, many schools went virtual only this past year. High Point opened the moment they could. And this year, dozens of families are enrolling here for that reason alone.
We've heard enough stories from parents about the challenges of virtual education.
And the challenges are apparent when it comes to test scores.
We have a special assessment that we give to kids on the way in the door just to kind of norm them and see where they're at compared to the kids that we would have had at this school. I think we're looking at more than half are a little bit behind.
When classes at High Point begin today, Moore says it'll be the job of teachers and other staff to help make up the ground.
And I think that's our focus, is to understand if we were to help them to begin to catch up, what do we need to do to make that happen? A lot of times it's extra help.
Ideally, Moore says improving involves the help of a parent, but knows some are already stretched thin. In the meantime, he says it's about making sure kids stay in this room instead of on a screen.
I think almost every expert agrees that kids are going to be behind. That's why we work so hard here in Madison to have in-person education for our kids.
In Madison, Adam Duxter, News 3 Now.
Okay, so studies released by McKinsey & Company say students of color or students from high poverty areas suffered the most setbacks during virtual school. Moore says for parents, extra attention, help with homework, even utilizing a tutoring service can help bridge that gap. Okay, going back to school can be really nerve-wracking for lots of parents and kids.
If your kids are nervous, experts recommend listening to your kids' worries and take them seriously. Help your kids come up with solutions and strategize. It's also helpful to let an adult at the school know about your kids' worries. That way they can keep an eye on them. It can also be helpful to arrange playdates with some other classmates so your kid feels more excited about going back to school. Coming up tomorrow, we'll share some more tips from an expert from Madison College.
All right, Chris, I've got a question for you.
Go ahead.
So where does an angry news reporter go?
Where?
Anchor management. You get it?
It's a dad joke, and it sets up this. How about this? A local couple might be a bit better, no offense, Leah,
Aww.
or our staff who came up with that joke. During quarantine, this couple began printing out puns and placing them in the yard. They say they wanted to make people's days that walk by, and listen to how it helped this woman.
And when it was really cold, I'd put boots and caps and jacket, and I didn't feel like, but then I thought, oh, if I don't go, I'll miss the joke of the day.
Aww.
Let's name a vet there. She had back surgery last fall, and to regain her strength, she was told to walk every day. Some days, her reasons to walk was to walk by this house here and see the joke of the day. You can catch the full story at channel3000.com.
Little dad joke can just make your day, can't it?
Makes mine.
All right, 6:49 now, coming up in the morning sprint, the legal battle brewing over UW-Madison's COVID safety protocols.
But first, we want to say happy birthday to Jordy. Thanks for celebrating the News 3 Down this morning. And Juliana.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
How about those late fall landscaping projects? From start to finish, Barnes will take note of your ideas to come up with the perfect plan. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Barnes since 1981. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Save on the best name brand mattresses with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection in stock now. Your choice, 14-inch firm or plush queen mattress, just $4.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
Get the biggest appliance savings at the big sale going on now at all Grand Appliance showrooms. Get this Amana top-load washer for just $4.98. This Frigidaire smooth top range for just $5.98. Or bundle up and save even more with up to $1,000 in extra savings available exclusively at Grand Appliance. Don't miss the big sale at grandappliance.com or your local Grand showroom. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts since 1930.
Hi, I'm attorney David Gruber. After an accident, you need a trusted winning team on your side. For more than 30 years, Gruber Law Offices has helped Wisconsin families get the results they deserve. If you've been injured, call our firm today for a free consultation. We're available 24/7. Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
The big jackpot game, where the next thing you know, it rolls, it grows, and it draws. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. 3 days a week at lottery retailers across the state. Powerball from the Wisconsin Lottery.
All Denny's pancakes are made to order with fresh buttermilk, but this month's Spotlight Stack is a Patriot. Fresh, sweet, and full of freedom. New red, white, and blue pancakes. This month's Spotlight Stack. See you at Denny's.
If laundry stinks, it could be bacteria. Untouchable stink protection. Detergent alone doesn't kill all odor-causing bacteria. Adding Lysol laundry sanitizer kills 99.9%. Lysol, what it takes to protect.
Save Save now on furniture with the A1 Instant Rebate with a huge selection of inventory available now. Your choice 2-piece sofa and love seater sectional, just $9.99.
Madison's locally owned family furniture store.
Save online or in-store with the A1 Instant Rebate.
How about those late fall landscaping projects? From start to finish, Barnes will take note of your ideas to come up with the perfect plan. From planting to pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Barnes since 1981. Get started at barnesinc.net.
You're watching TVW.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
Senator Ron Johnson will be visiting Fort McCoy this afternoon. He'll be joined by other local lawmakers and Army officials to be briefed on the preparations of the base for refugees. The base will be used as temporary housing for families fleeing Afghanistan.
We'll also be hearing from Senator Tammy Baldwin today. She's in town, joined by Senator Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota. They'll be talking with Governor Evers about how to protect voting rights. We'll have more information on that later today on our website.
UW System Interim President Tommy Thompson says he will not submit COVID safety policies to the legislature. Republicans had passed a law 3 weeks ago that all UW campuses have to send in their policies for approval before classes begin. Thompson says he's concerned lawmakers will overturn the protocols and that he's preparing to go to court over the issue.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services says Monday was the deadliest day for COVID-19 in the state in more than half a year. The department recorded 21 deaths Monday. The last time the number was that high was February 23rd. Cases also rising with more than 2,100 added in one day, the highest since mid-January.
Protesters outside Gunderson Health System in La Crosse say the hospital should not mandate vaccines for workers. Gunderson's policy says all workers must be vaccinated by November 1st or they will be terminated. It's a similar policy that healthcare providers across the state have issued. People at the protest say getting the vaccine should be a choice they make with their doctor.
Airbnb wants to put a temporary roof over the heads of 20,000 Afghan refugees. They say they'll be picking up the bill with help from its nonprofit. The company says they want to help in one of the biggest humanitarian crises of our time. It's not announced the length of the program or if they will help with long-term housing.
The Bucks signing head coach Mike Budenholzer to a multi-year contract extension. In 3 seasons with Milwaukee, Coach Bud has led the Deer to their first NBA championship in 50 years. He has 162 wins in the regular season, 31 postseason victories, both league highs during the 3-year span. ESPN is reporting the extension is a 3-year deal, which would keep him with the franchise through the 2024-25 season.
Tickets to see Alabama this weekend, if you have them. Some bad news here. The Country Rock Act has had to reschedule their Friday night show to January. A member of their team has tested positive with COVID-19, and out of caution, they're rescheduling. The show will still be at the Alliant Energy Center, but it will be on January 14th. Tickets will automatically be honored for the new date.
We've been tracking some showers and thunderstorms south and west of Wisconsin this morning. A lot of these are over Iowa, and they're really starting to weaken as they progress their way eastward. Here in southern Wisconsin, we should stay dry as we go throughout the day. But even still, we're going to keep the slight chance of a shower around because for at least a couple of you, the atmosphere is prime enough that a shower or storm goes up. We'll top out around 88 to 90 later on this afternoon. A better storm chance arrives as we start to move into tomorrow, perhaps coming our direction in multiple rounds. We've got to keep a very close eye on it.
All right, Chris, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Have a great day. Taking that view out of the National Crane Foundation. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning.